Yo, what's good? Yo, how y'all doing? Snotty Nose Res Kids coming straight from my little studio with like
Sir.
fucking Utah, Vancouver. What's up?
Afternoon and good morning, Turtle Island.
Of course. So, yo, what we wanted to take y'all in, I think like you can like start with like a little prayer or something.
Yeah.
Let people know like where we're coming from. We just like literally like did a little smudge.
Still got the sage burn.
I know. I didn't have the abalone shell. It was like locked in my room. Our sessions, and so we're gonna do this by this. Like, you want to say a prayer, bro?
All right. Quick moment of prayer. Dear Creator, first and foremost, I want to thank all the ancestors that came before us on this beautiful Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, and Musqueam territory, home of the Coast Salish people. Creator, please continue to give all of us all the lessons and blessings that you give us in this life. Please continue to give the guidance, the courage, and the protection to continue on in this journey. Protect not only ourselves, but our family from COVID. We'll send a special shout out and a special prayer for everybody that's putting their lives on the line, that protects the land, for all the social injustices. Send them strength, send them love, send them courage, unity, and protection. Creator, I want to thank you for all our family members. I want to thank you for my brother right here, my family up north, my family on the island. Send them strength, send them love, healing, courage, protection, unity, everything to get us through this pandemic and revolutionary times. And to all our ancestors, please help me find the right words to say. Help me do the right things that can make a positive change. All my relations. Wow.
So before we came on to like camera, like we obviously did our prayer, like we did our smudge and all that. So we're not gonna do that right here and right now. But we want to let y'all know we're thankful for y'all getting up at 9:30 in the morning with us, and y'all on the East Coast, like even like 1:30 in the afternoon. Like, thank y'all. Like, we love you. We appreciate you. Like, me and Young D, like, we're nothing without our fans. So thank y'all for that. And I just want to let you guys know, like, yo, Screaming Indians gonna about to be out in 30 minutes. Yo, we put a lot of energy into this. Yo, dude, when did this track come to life?
Bro, it was like 2 years ago. We recorded this. Even before we started recording Trapline, we recorded this track. And it was cool, man. It was just all organic, you know. The vibes were there. It's super dope, man. And no, this track, like, slowly but surely, it came to life. They hit us up about, I don't know.
2018?
Yeah, 2018. Like, we played a couple festivals together with them. And, like, we were both just blown away by each other. And then it just love, man. It's like, yo, let's work. Like, hell yeah, let's get it.
So it all started back in, like, I would say 2017 when Jag Meat got into NDP. Me and D were kind of like just starting off in our careers as Snotty Nose Res Kids. You know, like it was the first self-titled LP. And then we were moving into the second LP that we like released, and like honestly, we're like deep into the Average Savage, and we were asked as Jag Meat got into like his celebration party because he just like got into like elected power into NDP. So what happened? There was this little thing that happened in Chinatown, and it was a celebration party. And a homie of ours was like, yo, they want Snotty Nose Res Kids. And this is at the time where like me and him didn't even have a name for ourselves. So it was like, yo, let's do this. You know, like and honestly, like we voted NDP. Like we were like, yeah, let's do this. Like my mom was proud, you know? So we went and like we performed at Jag Meat's like celebration party. And at this time we met Dilly to Dublin, who was like an established group in the Canadian scene.
Fire group.
Yo, unreal. Like literally like we like one of our goals when we first started this was like being able to perform at Base Coast and Shambhala and like all these like little like rave festivals and all that. But these guys were doing that, you know? And we met them at this like little like celebration party. And then the next time we met him, it was before Cumberland Wild came into play, and they invited me and D out to be like co-headliners with Dilly Dublin. And one of the main producers, he goes by the name of Sharoon, and he has this little side project called Desi Subculture. And he was like, yo, Snotty Knows Reds kids, let's make some fucking hits, you know? So me and D were like, yo, let's do it. So like we came off of like that summer, and they guaranteed us to get back into like Cumberland Wild, which we lit up, yo. You don't even understand. You gotta like ask people out in Cumberland how much Snotty Knows Reds kids makes that town rock, like straight up. But like the thing is like Delhi to Dublin, like this is like our first like interaction with them. And this is before Snotty Knows Reds Kids was even like a real like household name or whatever you want to call it. And we were like, yo, let's make a song together. And so Tarun made this beat, and it's the one that you guys heard last night. I don't know if y'all heard it, but like it's one you're gonna hear in like the next like 30 minutes. But when we did that song, like we were literally like, we went into the studio and he had the beat ready for us. And within, what was it, D? Like an hour and a half, me and D had our verses done. And we like went and lit that shit up. That was 2 years ago. And so now you look at like who the producer is, and it's Skinny. And he literally like took it to another level. Yo, he took it to another level. And like, I was so proud to be able to do a song with Tarun, because like he was someone that I looked up to. But when he passed that shit off to like Skinny, I was like, yo, bro, like it sounds so much better. And like Tarun's our dog, but like, yo, we're gonna get, when the time comes, we're gonna make our music with Dilly Dublin or Desi Subculture. But for now, Screaming Indian is us and Skinny Loco. So I don't know, that's just like a little backstory of like where it came from. So I'm gonna let you like take it off from there.
Yeah, man, it was cool. Like, I'm excited for y'all to see this video. We shot with like an amazing crew, man. It was, wow, I can't remember like last time we had a set like that. I don't think we ever had a set like that.
There was a lot of people, bro.
Yeah. And another thing, what you're gonna see in this video is a nice big group of people. But just so you know, and it's very important, we were following protocol. And it's still very important to follow protocol. You see us doing it right now. You know what I mean? Like, this is our workspace. You know what I mean? Like, this is his house, but this is our workspace. You know what I mean? This is our office.
We wake up here every fucking day.
Yeah, and like the crew that we were with, everybody was on point. Wash your hands, sanitize, all that, man. So it's cool. So before y'all go commenting about social distancing, we were following protocol. But yo, back to the video, man. It was just such a good vibe for both the days, man. It was just like a family vibe, you know what I mean? And man, it was like a movie. We had some we met the director Alfonso, like what, 2017 or 2018?
Yo, it was at the show that we had in Victoria, the first show that we ever had in Victoria. And it was a small show. Yeah. But he's seen us perform, and like he was like, yo, he came out to our show after the set, and he's like, I gotta work with y'all. And like we like kind of like exchanged numbers and stuff, and I was like, yo, dude. And then right after like he did that, like we kind of like went back into like our own little like lifestyle, whatever. And the next day, I was showing Darren like his reels, and I was like, "Yo, this is Alfonso, bro. He's working for YouTube. Like, he's working for Netflix. He's got a show on Netflix. Like everything. Like it was like, oh my god, we gotta work with this guy."
What was he just working on? I think it was Star Wars at the time.
Yeah,
he was just working on the house.
But when you guys look at say you guys seen Creative Man and Animal, right? He was the DP, and all of his guys were the reasons why those shots were so perfect. He was the DP director behind Creator Made an Animal. Mm-hmm. And so you know that this video is going to be good because we had Alfonso behind it. And like, this guy is like someone that we've looked up to since we've been making music videos, and someone that's wanted to work with us, and someone that we've wanted to be like a main director on one of our sets. So we finally got to do it. And Screaming Indian for us is like, it kind of seems like the perfect opportunity to like have that collaboration. Because for us, like Screaming Indian, it kind of came back from I would almost say like a DJ Shub track that we like had an idea for. So the idea of the title from Screaming Indian, it came from like a Shub track that never worked out, which you're gonna figure out like, yo, we have something coming out with Shub real soon, but this isn't it. So we borrowed this idea, and Screaming Indian for us, like it comes from the Atlanta Braves, and they had this old. So my brother Al, like I'll put it here, like Atlanta Braves, like it was my brother's favorite favorite baseball team, and the Braves are, if you don't know, like our basketball team going up, we were known as like the Heisler Braves, and it's like we're named after the Atlanta Braves. So we wanted to like link this like song back to like the time where it was almost like it was like the Atlanta Braves logo is racist. Like kill mascot, save the people. We're all about that movement and all that. So you think back to like 2014, they tried to bring back the practice jerseys, which was the Screaming Indian. And there was outrage across the country, across like America at least. And what it was like, because it was like this Screaming Indian logo, which in hindsight is kind of funny because like me and D back in the day, one of our first Snotty Nose Reds Kids pieces of merchandise was the Atlanta Braves Screaming Indian logo, but just because like we're known as the Braves, but it was around the time when we were like dropping The Average Savage, we were like flipping stereotypes in their head, so we were taking the same thing when it came to the Screaming Indian. So like,
oh shit, Skinny, what's up, Skinny?
Yo, Skinny, what's good? So to put it forward, like for us, we're kind of like, I would say we were dropping this song. We made this song back in 2018, and it was the same time that we were like pretty much like full force into Trapland, and we were like bridging cultures, bridging identities with different backgrounds of people. So for us, like Screaming Indian with Desi subculture meant like us like bridging our cultures and bridging our identities in a song that didn't even make sense to most people, didn't even make sense to us. But you know what? We were gonna do it. Like you go back to like Surrey, and like this is one thing that homie said to us was that they had the longest standing the longest standing like body of people like immigrants in like Canada, and it's within Surrey, and it's all Indians. So for us, we were like, yo, let's collaborate, let's make this like Screaming Indian. So for us, it's something that like meant something at the time, and like even today, like this is 2 years later, it still means the same fucking thing.
For real. And it's like, it's so amazing. Like you'll understand it when you see the video, but like you'll see just such like, how can I put this? It's just so goddamn beautiful. You know what I mean? Just the way we're both just shining, both cultures. You know what I mean? And like all together, man, it's just legit like a movie, man. And we raise our hands and tip our hats to Alfonso and the team, the Snakes and Ladders, you know what I mean, for making this happen. Man, we're excited for this, yo. We have made this like, we usually have like a little ritual when it's like release day, whether it's a single, whether it's an EP, album, whatever. But yo, we haven't felt like this in a minute.
Yeah.
And
like even coming off of our last fucking record, people were like talking shit, like, oh, Snotty Nose done this whole hour, Joe. Snotty knows this, Snotty knows that, Snotty knows this, Snotty knows that. Like, fuck y'all, you know what I mean? Like, we're gonna do our thing. And you know what? Like me and D, like for the people that don't know and the people that want to criticize us for what we are, I'm gonna say this right here, right now. Like, you don't know the type of shit we've been through. You don't know the history that we've been through. You don't know what we had to like grow up through. So like where they at was for us. It was just letting y'all know, like, yo, like we're comfortable finally. You know, like, and it's been years since we've been able to say, like, yo, mom, dad, brother, sister, I'm gonna buy you something for once. How about that? How about that? So, you know, like that's what where they're at was. And it wasn't about us flexing. It was just letting y'all know that we're finally comfortable, like financially, whatever. But like, yo, we've been putting out songs with messages for years and years and years. And that's what we're about. And that's what we're gonna continue to be about. But in that moment, when all this stuff was going down with like the epidemic and like literally shutting down our tour and all this shit, we're letting y'all know we're still good. We're still gonna continue to do our thing. And like, yo, got 10 racks for a set list. Spent a couple hundred on some breakfast. So if we're spending a couple $100s on some breakfast, like we're just letting y'all know that we're still like just, you know, we're just celebrating a little bit. You know, we're not flexing that hard. So for all the haters out there, we just want to let you guys know we're still about the message. We're still making the music for the people, and you're gonna understand what we're talking about when you hear this song tonight. Like, it ain't like that.
Good. And also to add on to it, it's also letting y'all know that we're grateful for what we have.
Of course.
You know what I mean? It's not like he said, it's not just a flex. It's like, yo, we're very fucking thankful. Like, for other people, like, success varies, like depending on the person that you ask. Some may think success will be like fortune and fame and living in a mansion and have all the money in the world, and you know what I mean? But like, what we've been learning, man, it's like, it's not just what you got, it's what you got around you. You know what I mean? Like, we got each other. We found some success in this music, and we're super fucking grateful for it. You know what I mean? And we're going to continue to be grateful. We're going to continue to be working hard. Just because we got to this point doesn't mean we're going to stop. You know what I mean? Like, this is still, the way I see it, tip of the iceberg for us.
Oh, yeah.
Like, nobody's, like, I know 2020 is just like, we were talking beginning of the year, it's like, yo, 2020 is going to be it. This is the year. Nope. So, you know what I mean? Like, but, you know, you adjust, you evolve, you evaporate, you know what I mean? So we got our vision focused on 2021, and we're looking to make some noise, man. For real. Like, we've both grown a lot, not only as artists, but as individuals. And we can't wait to show y'all, man. This next album is going to be...
Yeah. And just let y'all know, like what D was saying, like, you know, like, man, everyone's talking all this shit about like how bad this year is, like, oh, it's the worst year in history, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like, and for the people that were lost in 2020 to COVID and all that, we hold our hands up to you. Like, we pray for your families. We hope that y'all can get through this year, because we couldn't imagine that shit happening. Like, we have been fortunate enough to be very safe, and we haven't lost a single family member. To be honest, like, we haven't had a single family member that's been sick to it. So, like, for us, we hold our hands up to the Creator, and like, we're very thankful for like what we've been blessed with. But at the same time, we've been very careful with what we're doing. And I need to say this is like, you know, like what he said earlier, like everyone thought like 2020 was going to be the year, blah, 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 blah. Even if it's not your year, even if you're not employed, even if you're not doing this, doing that, like what I've been saying since like the beginning of Snotty and those Rise Kids, we're all creators. We're all put here to create. And when I talk to D, when I talk to youth, when I talk to like anyone that like comes into our circles, you were meant to create. So what the fuck do you think that me and D been doing? We've been creating. So if you're not creating, if you're not trying to like just experience this year for what it is and not what it was put on us to like believe that it is, then you're kind of like slacking on the year, you know? For us, we use it as an opportunity to create. So I feel like this is a challenge. Like y'all got probably like, let's say until October, use this amount of time to create, do something different. Like just be you and just like let something else come out of your body and just like be you, like create something, like just like be something that you're not. something that you are, but you're like that you don't think that you were capable of, because you are capable of doing that. We're put here to create. You guys are too. Do that.
Yeah, when it comes to create, everybody's creation is different. You know what I mean? And like, we're all born with a gift. You know what I mean? The phone ring. My swats. Like I was saying, we're all born with a gift, right? And once you figure out what that gift is, run with it, build on it, find a way to turn it into your job, and you can make money off it. You know what I mean? And I know for me personally, what I've learned throughout this pandemic is like, not using your gift, it like hurts the spirit. You know what I mean? Not using my gift to not creating, I find myself getting mad, getting upset, getting sad, you know, and like, for me, it's very important to learn that, because now I lost track of how many months we're into this pandemic, but now I'm finally starting to get back into my groove. You know what I mean? I'm starting to change things. I'm starting to make these changes. I'm starting to get up earlier in the morning and not sleep all day. You know what I mean? I'm starting to exercise again. And then I'm starting to write like 16 bars a day again. You know what I mean? I haven't done that since fucking high school.
Yeah.
So like, you know, it's just making these changes and use your gift. You know what I mean? It's like the story with like the beaver. I don't know if you guys heard that story, but long story short, when the beaver doesn't use his gift to build dams and like chop down wood, it not only hurts him, but it hurts them, but it hurts their family. So when you don't use your gift, it not only hurts you, it hurts those around you, because that negative energy gets built up, and everybody needs that release. You know what I mean? So create. It could be a vlog, it could be a blog, it could be tutorials, it could be business, whatever it may be. Just create, because I seen this quote this morning. It was like, you want an easy life, you got to do hard things. You got to work hard. You want a hard life, then you do the easy things. You know what I mean? Like, I know how nerve-wracking it could be to create something and then put it out into the universe, because that's when you become vulnerable, right? And as we all know, social media, it's easy to, you know, take shots at somebody or pull somebody down and just throw that negativity at them. And as a creator, it hurts. You know what I mean? Because most artists are sensitive, you know, like myself. I'm as sensitive as they get, you know what I mean? But like, being able to be vulnerable, that's when you're the most real. You know what I mean? So just create, man, and put it out into the universe, because for me, my whole drive for this was, when I'm old and gray, and, you know, when we're old and gray, we don't want to look back in our life and think, what if? You know what I mean? Like, what if I didn't take that chance? And not just any chance, a chance that could have changed your life, but we were too fucking scared to take it. So now we're living with regret, saying, oh man, I wish I did this. You know what I mean? And for me, like I said, I started waking up early in the morning again. I started working out again. I'm doing 16 bars a day. And it's, you know, don't wait for our New Year's resolution. You know what I mean? Start today. You know, like,
you got nothing but time.
Yeah, like, there's no excuse for time anymore.
Yeah.
And if you don't start today, or if you're waiting for the new year to start, then you don't want it like you say you want it. You gotta want it. You gotta manifest it. It's one thing to manifest, but it's another thing to put on the work. You know what I mean? And
yeah. And you know, like even for the youths back at home, like the youngins back at home, like that have like similar like intuitions, similar like goals that me and D had growing up. You know, like, it was never easy for us. Like, we used to get made fun of like a mother. Like, people used to like diss us every single day. Like, yo, y'all are rappers, y'all are doing this. But they didn't realize, like, yo, no, we're not just rappers. We're writers. We're creators. We're poets. We're visionaries. We're everything that you couldn't build in your own mind. So you make fun of us for doing what we do. You know, so like, if you're getting made fun of for doing what you do, own that shit. Let the people know. Let the haters know. I am who I am. You are who you are. You will hate me for who I am and what I do, and I'm okay with that. because at the end of the day, I'm doing me and you're doing you. You know, so like for me and D, it was like when we finally figured out that, you know what, we're just gonna do ourselves. We're gonna create. We're gonna talk for our people. We're gonna write for our people, and we're gonna represent for our people. And like even when our own people come at us or whatever, like for like not being traditionalists, because like you know what, we weren't raised traditional, but you know what, like we can still learn, and that's what we're trying to do. Like at the end of the day, we can only do what we know. We can speak from our contexts, and that's what we're doing. So for us, like we're two hip hop artists that are coming from the highest of the nations, people of the snow, that are representing for everyone across Turtle Island. And you know what? If you're gonna put on something towards us, we're gonna take it, we're gonna own it, and we're gonna learn from that. And then the next time that we come around, we're gonna be that much better. Thank you for calling us out, and we're going to continue to make ourselves better. And that's part of our healing journey as well. You know what I mean? Like we're going to continue to make ourselves better. And you know what I mean? Like we're just like we come from trauma just like y'all. So we're going to continue to make ourselves better throughout this whole process that we're going through.
Mm-hmm. And you know, just like what he said, like you know, mistakes are going to be made. You know, we're only human. You're going to make mistakes. I've never met somebody in life that has never made a mistake. Some big, some are small, and somewhere in between. But mistakes are going to be made. That's what makes us human. And, you know, to add on to, you know, just doing your thing and chasing it, it's just know, like, I wish I knew this when we were growing up. When somebody tells you that you can't do something, if you have a dream and they say that you can't do it, that's just a reflection of the limitations that they put on themselves. Those limitations don't apply to you. I repeat, when someone tells you that you can't do something, that's a reflection of their limitations that they put on themselves. Those limitations don't apply to you. You know what I mean? Just wake up, be grateful, smudge, cleanse. I wish we had a river we could go to. That wasn't far. Otherwise, I'd go every morning. But yeah, just wake up, cleanse, be grateful, be thankful for what you have. Be thankful for the family. You know, I'm thankful for my brother right here. I'm thankful for my partner at home. I'm thankful for everything. But still strive for greatness. Don't compare yourself to anybody. Be the best version of yourself that you could possibly be. Be better than the person you were yesterday.
And you know what I mean? You don't have to look outside of your community to like find greatness. Mm-hmm. You can look within your community to find role models. You can look within your community to find people that you can look up to. For us, we didn't have to look far. We had our uncles, we had my dads. Like my dad was like one of my best friends growing up. We were basketball players and we put our everything into basketball. Before it was rap, it was basketball. And it was basketball. Ball is life. And before all that shit went down, it was literally that. And then until all this raps thing started like rolling out for us, we put our everything into that. And you know what? Even then, like we had like obviously like, you know, like Biggie, like we had like Pac, we had like fucking like ASAP, we had like Dreamville, we had Kendrick, all these people that we looked up to. But at the end of the day, we didn't have to look outside of our community to find people that could like represent for us and like help us get to where we needed to be. So for y'all that don't have like that think that y'all don't have anyone, don't like just understand that like greatness doesn't have to come outside of your community. Greatness is within your community. Greatness is the reason why you're here today. So don't look any farther than like your community, your uncles, your aunties, your mama, your daddy, your grandpa, your grandma, your cousin, your sisters. These are the people that we looked up to growing up and that we continue to look up to, and we wouldn't be here without them today. So when people ask us like, who are your biggest inspirations? What do we say? We say family. Mm-hmm. Because that is our biggest inspiration and we wouldn't be shit without them. So all we're going to say is like, we're going to end this off with this. We're the Snotty Nose Rez Kids. This is Screaming Indian. We ain't shit without y'all. And we're going to continue to be making music for y'all with messages behind it. Just stick with us. We love y'all.
Yeah. And it's almost 10 a.m. So the video's dropping in less than a minute. So we just want to let y'all know, stay on this page. Don't go anywhere. Don't leave. The video is going to hop right on up right away.
That's right.
So
we're gonna end the stream right now, but stay on this stream. The video's gonna come in like 10 seconds. All right, 10, 9. Blah, 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 blah.